of 1998, before her second baby and hair extension. Here's Faith.
As her first single, Wild One, spent 4 weeks at #1 in 1994, her career was taking off like wildfire. Without a firm grasp on reality, it would have been easy to get carried away by the whirlwind of the music business. However, Faith Hill remains refreshingly down to earth. Her highest priority is clearly her family, and it's her parents whom she thanks for her values.
They're incredible people. I mean, they're just simple. They're simple, salt of the earth, God-fearing people. They've been married for 40 years. They raised 3 children who pretty much have the same morals. We all, you know, if you were to strip us all down of all of our quirks and cuckoo, you know, the things that are cuckoo about us, then we would all have pretty much the same morals, you know, and that comes from them.
Gardening was something her parents took seriously. And like a lot of kids, Faith's interest in peas and broccoli left something to be desired.
I hated eating those green vegetables. I was like, just make me a ham and cheese sandwich or Kraft macaroni and cheese and it'll suit me fine. But now I love those things. But more than just having that good stuff to eat, it was the beauty of the work that went into the preparing the garden for harvest and just everything. They have always been that way, and they remain that way. Just love of land. They're not judgmental at all. Would help anybody in need. And they're just good people. I mean, they've taught me a lot of lessons. It would be hard to, you know, just a lot of things. When I was growing up, we pretty much ate together at night. Now, my oldest brother, he was out of the house when I was a teenager because he was at college. But that was our time together, and we talked about the day. We talked about anything and everything, and it's just a time to get together and keep the family going and keep us all aware of who's doing what, and I don't know. It's so simple, but it's so important. 2 kinds of dreamers. There's the kind of dreamer that just dreams these elusive fantasies that will never happen because they don't do anything about it. And then there's the dreamer who will make it happen because they see themselves that way. I've always been that way, even as a child. I saw myself doing things. You know, I saw myself on stage. I just, it all, I saw it. I saw being on the CMA Awards. And that's dreaming. I didn't know, you know, at that point I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know when it was going to be. I didn't know any of it. But I knew that's what kept me creative. That's what kept me going. I've obtained some of my dreams, recording an album, like I said, on the CMA Awards, giving an acceptance speech, but I still dream about more of that. Being on a bigger stage, it just seems to get greater, you know, and maybe just a little different than when I was a little girl, but it's all still magical to me. When dreams come true, it's very special. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do it.
In addition to dreams about singing on stage, Faith also dreamed about someday having a family. That one also came true. She married country star Tim McGraw in 1996, and the following year, their daughter Gracie was born. Tim and Faith are expecting another baby in August. The couple had very similar lifestyles, even before they met.
Tim and I both were raised, were very active in school, you know, and I was a cheerleader. I ran track, I played basketball, I played softball in the summertime. I was very involved in the youth choir at our church, youth group. You know, we'd go on these choir trips to different churches around Mississippi and Alabama and so on. And Tim, he did the same thing. He was very involved in sports and involved in church, taught Sunday school, coached basketball at church. And that was just part of who we were. That was just kind of a requirement in my household growing up. It just, we didn't even question why we were at church on Sunday or Sunday night. And I think that's real important. A lot of things happen to teenagers. You know, could have gone a lot of different directions. Could have been in some stuff I should never have gotten into. But had I not had that kind of, you know, that kind of support system from this youth group, I had a place to go and hang out. Same with sports. I was able to go and compete and practice, and there was always, I don't know, I was so too busy to get into much trouble, really. You know, I'm not saying that I was an angel, but that kind of atmosphere that my parents supplied for their children, I think is very important.
When we come back, Faith talks about her single, This Kiss.
I mean, I love kissing my husband. You know, it's just the most wonderful thing.
Faith Hill on CMT.
CMT Super Showcase Sunday continues with Faith Hill. Up later, catch classic stuff from John Michael Montgomery, Shania Twain, the Dixie Chicks, and some very special music moments. Now, back to Faith from May of '98.
Faith Hill is the most beautiful lady in this entire world. She is the bomb.
Because she's so wonderful. She's a great mother and she's a great entertainer. And it's just so wonderful to see everybody out there and just enjoying life like that.
Country music fans are the greatest. They're just great. You know, they want to share with you their life, and they want to know about your life, and it's a unique relationship. I'm not sure that any other music genre has that kind of relationship with their fans. I don't think they do. But they always want to know how Gracie is. Always want to know, you know, is she walking yet? Does she have any teeth? Does Tim change the diapers? Does he really change the diapers?
Does he?
Yes, he does. He really does. He's a great father.
She's been great, and I love getting up in the middle of the night. I'm up every 2 hours just to look, make sure she's all right anyway, so it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I'm there. So not there as quite as quick as Faith is, though.
Along with growing emotionally with her husband and family, Faith's performance style has changed since she started touring.
I've certainly grown up in my live performance. There's no question about it. Live performance is great. The audience is right there. You get an immediate reaction to what you're doing. And it's difficult, though, at times, because if you have, in a situation where maybe the audience is not totally mine, I'm opening for someone else, which I've done most of my career, sometimes it's a lot of work to get them on my side. Maybe they don't know my music so much. I just think it should be fun. Sometimes I feel invincible. Sometimes I feel like there's nothing that I can't do on this stage. They're going to love it, you know. I could fall, which I've done, and they love that. My shirt can pop open, and they love that. But sometimes I feel like I'm, you know, that it's just the most awesome experience in the world. And it is. That's what keeps me going. You know, the road is tough. It's hard. It takes you away from what you're used to, what you're comfortable with at home. The food's not great. There's lots of things about it that's just not, that's hard. It makes it difficult. But that time on stage, there's nothing like it.
Her new album is entitled Faith. It's a project she poured her heart and soul into, not holding anything back.
I feel free. I feel like I can express myself and it's okay. I feel, that's a lot of what, when I always say, when I'm describing this new album, well, I tried to bring my live show to the album. I'm not meaning that I guess I should elaborate more on what that statement means. On stage, I feel free. I feel like I can go for those notes that I have never gone for on record. They're in me. I feel like I can just, I don't know, feel the music more, express myself more openly than I do in my previous albums. That's what I mean by bringing my live show to this album, to records.
With the release of her first single, Wild One, in 1994, Faith's career took off. As she accepted awards from the Academy of Country Music, among many others, her first 2 albums were each certified double platinum. In what seemed like no time, she was caught up in the constant demand of touring, interviews, and television shows. It's been 3 years since her last album release, and to record a new album, Faith knew it was crucial to first take time off the road.
I don't think I was growing. I think I was just singing and working. I wasn't really growing creatively. I wasn't experimenting. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of music, so I didn't even have time to even listen to lots of music like I have recently in the last year and a half. I just wasn't able to absorb. I was just so tired. I was so tired of putting out. It was time to stop, time to come off the road and just live a little bit and dig a little deeper into the love of music that I have. Dig a little deeper, find out what it is inside of me that I know is in there that I want to express, you know, besides just finding a great song, recording it, putting it out. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's make some great music. And in order to do that, we had to take some time off. There was no way to do it on the road, for me anyway. I'd gone through a lot, you know. I've grown up in the public eye, without a doubt. Gone through every change that I've had in my life has been in front of everybody, in front of my peers, in front of my fans. And that's a lot. You know, sometimes that's a lot to absorb. So I just stopped and fell in love with music again. Heard This Kiss, my single, I love kissing my husband. You know, it's just the most wonderful thing, and my daughter too. Kissing is so great. I mean, I just think everybody, it's just a wonderful thing, you know. It's a beautiful thing, and it's exciting, and it makes you feel all these tingly things inside. At least you should. You know, you want to feel those things. When I first heard that song, I just thought, wow, that's just great. It's fresh, and just kiss. Just the word, a kiss, or this kiss, makes you curious. What is this going to be about? To me, that's what it was. Just the title alone kind of set the whole mood for the song, I thought.
We'll see Faith's husband, Tim McGraw, later tonight as this 10-hour Super Showcase Sunday Marathon continues. Up next, John Michael Montgomery, so don't go away.